I was trying to avoid pausing it too early. I'm gonna pull this back. Yeah, what's good, y'all? If you're new to the channel, my name is Shadiq and I'm acting across KRXOVR Media. I'm not even gonna waste too much time in this introduction. Shout out to V9 for sending me the early release on this one. I'm not even gonna hold y'all. I didn't think I was gonna like Wallon as much as I ended up liking it after doing my initial reaction. So I really hope that this one is gonna be good too. V, this better not be mid. I have high expectations for you. Anyway, I don't wanna hold y'all too much longer. Let's get it. So based off the name, I'm expecting them to kind of go back to back. X10. This is reminding me of Do It. Like the melody on Do It. These drone shots are cold though. There's one thing I have to give V, he has very good melody selection, especially melodies.
Give waps to the soldiers. Need us a pack to the gang, them stoners. Need one dead, but two is a bonus. Under arrest, don't lose composure. We'll never speak to the feds, coming like they don't know what the code is. Live in the flesh, got no chest, but on the net, man, I type in the coldest. We don't get into shootouts, cause the man don't shoot back. I pull up and use that.
I was trying to avoid pausing it too early. I'm gonna pull this back. The two things I was holding on to for the next pause. One, I love the melody selection that the 98s have been going with lately. They definitely evolve their sound over time. They don't stick too statically with one particular thing. If you've really been paying attention to some of the sounds that V9 and KO have been on lately, it's the more kind of calmer kind of sound to it. I don't know, yo, but I have to give them credit where credit's due. They have probably some of the best beat selections in drill. And also, one of the things about V9, he's just mad funny, yo. He isn't one of those people who gives you like the hottest 16, but he says some very quotable and funny things. Man said we don't get into shootouts. They don't shoot back. A shootout requires the other side to be shooting at you. That's funny.
Give waps to the soldiers. Need us a pack to the gang, them stoners. Need one dead, but two is a bonus. Under arrest, don't lose composure. We'll never speak to the feds, coming like they don't know what the code is. Live in the flesh, got no chest, but on the net, man, I type in the coldest. We don't get into shootouts, cause the man don't shoot back. I pull up and use that. Who's that nigga? Boot that. Shoot that. Get shot in your chest for your lungs. You can't use that. If I jump out the car right now, I put my palm. You know I'ma use that.
Window shooting with intent. Gun ready for shoot.
Yo, Skilly came through with a completely different energy. Caught me off guard. Alright, my bad. All I heard was something about shoot with intent, but he just said whatever it was so fast.
Nigga, boot that, shoot that, get shot in your chest for your lungs. You can't use that. If I jump out the car right now, I put my palm. You know I'ma use that.
Window shooting with intent. Gun ready for shoot. From a clip in there. Roll out with a for your friggin' feds. Like I roll out now with the chip in there. Can this K or you're friggin' dead? V9 roll with the friggin' tag. S-Killer make you know I live in hell. Oh no better don't try this, you will hell.
Pictures.
I want to take that back because initially his flow sounded like it was just way off beat. But I see what he was doing, something kind of like what Millions does, right? Where it's like there's such a speed up in between where they would normally land with the bar, but like they still land on beat. That was
you know I'ma use that.
Window shooting with intent. Gun ready for shoot. From a clip in there. Roll out with a for your friggin' feds. Like I roll out now with the chip in there. Can this K or you're friggin' dead? V9 roll with the friggin' tag. S-Killer make you know I live in hell. Oh no better don't try this, you will hell.
Picture side, you best stay there. Whatever the weather, we making it rain there. Chase tops like we chasing papers. Take drops, shotters make way there. If cash is max, abs is bigs, then hits has gotta be Wayne then. Shank or whap, you're mad about fist. Pissed if you make that mistake. Hit roll with a heel.
Let's take KO back, because KO's the kind of person who I have to listen to him once to hear what he's saying, then listen to him again to hear what he's saying. He's one of those artists.
Picture side, you best stay there. Whatever the weather, we making it rain there. Chase tops like we chasing papers. Take drops, shotters make way there. If cash is max, abs is bigs, then hits has gotta be Wayne then. Shank or whap, you're mad about fist. Pissed if you make that mistake. Hit roll with the heels, you wash down free. Or else it's like I'm CP3. Claim 16 now, when I wear skin. Crocodile teeth for my enemies like Eminem. I'm in the 8 doing.
Obviously, the fact that he's mentioning crocodile teeth, he's on a song with Skilly Bang.
Mad about fist. Pissed if you make that mistake. Hit roll with the heels, you wash down free. Or else it's like I'm CP3. Claim 16 now, when I wear skin. Crocodile teeth for my enemies like Eminem. I'm in the 8 doing miles. Don't move right, get put down. G9 stop this cop.
Like Eminem, I'm in the 8 doing miles. 98s, E8. 8 miles.
I'm free, or else it's like I'm CP3. Claim 16 now when the boy skin. Crocodile teeth for my enemies like Eminem. I'm in the air doing miles. Don't move right, get put down. G9 stop this car right now. Let me hop out and juice that down. How can you talk on us? We pull up and hell man dust. They get shanked up, we don't keep it a butt. They get verbal, but ain't got no funds, no guns. How can they chat on us? I'm stunned. Snappers, they moving nuts. Gems. It's wrong. How they lie on us?
Sing fence, so me gonna beat till him dead. Me run down and beat chat for jail chest. Don't me gonna features, me think let's scope within Fed. Them no.
I have to run it. Yo, Skilly. It's like there's 2 layers to Skilly Bang, right? There's his flow. There's like the way that he's saying things. So there's the rhyme pattern, right? So that's the flow component. There's the delivery in terms of like what he's doing with his voice, like the voice inflections and everything. And then it's just like the subtle things that he's saying. I'm not even gonna hold you. I had to listen to him several times, so I'm not gonna catch everything the first time around. I'm not a native patois speaker, so forgive me. It is what it is. I heard him say something about infrared, something like that. Obviously he's talking about infrared, right? But that's one of the things I love about Skilly Bang. And I think that's one of the reasons why I was able to appreciate Wallon so much after listening to it, after the reaction. When I was really getting a hold of what it was he was saying, putting everything together, the flow, the delivery, presence, all that stuff, on top of the what, like the what he was saying, I had to give way more credit to it.
It's wrong. How they lie on us?
Sing fence, so me gonna beat till him dead. Me run down and beat chat for jail chest. Don't me gonna features, me think let's scope within Fed. Them know me dark, no things say Skilly now go kill them, do not talk no figure. Yeah, roll with the hammer, the crocodile shark, as a queen shot down up in head. Big long thing with the kickstand, kill them, instant kill from distance. Me now yet.
Don't ask you what he's saying. I don't know. I'm not lying to y'all. That's why I have to keep reading. I have to try to lock in and piece together the narrative. But the way he's saying it is A1. He's reminding me of like an old school reggae artist, but in modern times. Like the way that he's harmonizing his voice, I guess would be the way to say it. It's just, I can't think of a particular artist off the top of my head, but it's just reminding me of like the kind of reggae I used to wake up listening to, or even like Calypso, right? My mom freaking cleaning on a Sunday morning kind of a thing. It's giving me that kind of energy, yo.
It's wrong. How they lie on us?
Sing fence, so me gonna beat till him dead. Me run down and beat chat for jail chest. Don't me gonna features, me think let's scope within Fed. Them know me dark, no things say Skilly now go kill them, do not talk no figure. Yeah, roll with the hammer, the crocodile shark, as a queen shot down up in head. Big long thing with the kickstand, kill them, instant kill from distance. Me now yet pump people no response. Big chapstick where I rap it out ching chang. Real murder, I know filter strike, I knock a ginger, gonna kick ball. Silence up, gonna whisper, boy, them full of big talk, man a big man. Them know me dark, no things say Skilly now go kill them, do not talk no figure. Yeah, roll with the hammer, the crocodile shark, as a queen shot down up in head. Big long thing with the kickstand, kill them, instant kill from distance. Me now yet pump people no response. Big chapstick.
He said kill from distance.
Do not talk no figure. Yeah, roll with the hammer, the crocodile shark, as a queen shot down up in head. Big long thing with the kickstand, kill them, instant kill from distance. Me now yet pump people no response. Big chapstick where I rap it out ching chang. Real murder, I know.
Now, I caught what did he say? He said something about Big Lord Ting with the kickstand, shoot from distance, making reference to a sniper, I'm pretty sure. Because you know how you lay the sniper down, it has the stands to keep it steady. But yeah, I'm going to go back one more time just to try to take in some more. But I'm really just feeling the flow more than anything else. And I'm liking the fact that we have 3 completely different flows. You have something a little bit more calm and laid back on KO's side. You have what V9 does, right? V9 gives you just the aggression. Right, and then you have Skilly who's just gliding on this, yo.
Moving nuts, gems. It's wrong. How they lie on us?
Sing fence, so me gonna beat till him dead. Me run down and beat chat for jail chest. Don't me gonna features, me think let's scope within Fed. Them know me dark, no things say Skilly now go kill them, do not talk no figure. Yeah, roll with the hammer, the crocodile shark, as a queen shot down up in head. Big long thing with the kickstand, kill them, instant kill from distance. Me now yet pump people no response. Big chapstick where I rap it out ching chang. Real murder, I know filter strike, I knock a ginger, gonna kick ball. Silence up, gonna whisper, boy, them full of big.
I caught a couple of this. He said kill instant from this, but he said striker, but we don't kick ball. Different kind of striker. Heard it.
Hammer, the crocodile shark, as a queen shot down up in head. Big long thing with the kickstand, kill them, instant kill from distance. Me now yet pump people no response. Big chapstick where I rap it out ching chang. Real murder, I know filter strike, I knock a ginger, gonna kick ball. Silence up, gonna whisper, boy, them full of big talk, man a big man. Circle the men's in a field, I park up a Benz, kill them in a teeter. Oh, me fear them a idiot, nobody can save them, no reader. Me gonna bust no feel, you gonna cut no bleed, the clip I done no healer. Can't patch them up.
One more time.
Long and be chat for jail chest. Don't make one features, me think less scope within Fed. Them know me dark, nothing say Skilly now go kill them, do not talk, no figure. Yeah, roll with the hammer, the crocodile shark, as a queen chat gone up in head. Big long thing with the kickstand, kill them, instant kill from distance. Me now yet pump people no response, big chopstick where I wrap it out ching chang. Real.
Said big chopsticks, something in the middle, like ching chong.
Stand kill from distance. Me now yet pump people no response, big chopstick where I wrap it out ching chang. Real murderer, no filter, striker, knock a ginger, gonna kick ball. Silence, I'm gonna whisper, boy, them full of big talk, man, a big man. Circle the men's in a field, I park up a bench, kill them in a teeter. Oh, me fear them a idiot, nobody can save them, no reader. Me gonna bust no feel, gonna cut no bleed, the clip, I done no healer. Can't patch them hot, no fees, heads a joke, we roll up with the thugs, a beach chat.
Tell me, things filled up with plenty. Give away coppers to beggars. Us beg me not to give them these pennies. Get my boots out and go and test my technique. So long for who's...
I could be wrong. I don't want to reach. I heard him say something about giveaway coppers. Let me run it back before I'm making a subject. But Saki's saying he's talking about coppers. Why don't you talking about cops or copper, like the metal, bullets, and then pennies? Obviously, I don't have pennies in the UK, right? But copper, pennies. Feel me? We don't give away. Something about giveaway pennies.
Roll up with the thugs, a beach chat.
Tell me, things filled up with plenty. Give away coppers to beggars. Us beg me not to give them these pennies. Get my boots out and go...
He said, ting filled up plenty. He said, get the exact thing.
Roll up with the thugs, a beach chat.
Tell me, things filled up with plenty. Give away coppers to beggars.
Give away coppers to beggars, right? Giving away copper to people who begging for it.
Us beg me not to give them these pennies. Get my boots out and go and test my technique. So long for whose feet are heavy. Control it, see them, press deli. Through the bros.
Control it, see them, press delete. Control, delete on the key.
Idiot, nobody can save them, no reader. Me gonna bust no feel, you gonna cut no bleed, the clip I done no
healer. So I'm saying, you have to listen to KO, then listen to KO.
Tell me, things filled up with plenty. Give away coppers to beggars. Us beg me not to give them these pennies. Get my boots out and go and test my technique. So long for whose feet are heavy. Control it, see them, press deli. Through the bros, they really on votes. Any little vial gets taken to extreme. They love talk on socials. Too much talk in the things. Until you're walking a wing, just looking a postal. Get crashed by a gang of that type of man to see us not set and make phone calls. It's a rebound thing instead. If I ever had to do legs, can't never had it local.
Take back that whole KO verse. And this beat is A1. I'm gonna talk on the beat in a second, but I have to hear that KO verse.
He says a joke, roll up with the thugs, a beach chat.
Tell me, things filled up with plenty. Give away coppers to beggars. Us beg me not to give them these pennies. Get my boots out and go and test my technique. So long for whose feet are heavy. Control it, see them, press deli. Through the bros, they really on votes. Any little vial gets taken to extreme. They love talk on socials. Too much talk in the things. Until you're walking a wing, just looking a postal. Get crashed by a gang of that type of man to see us not set and make phone calls. It's a rebound thing instead. If I ever had to do legs, can't never had it local.
This beat is so... This is an example of a beat that doesn't have to do too much to be exceptional. Shout outs to X10, yo. This one. I think this trio ended up working out pretty well. In my head I was thinking about who else would have sounded good on this, but I think this trio actually worked very well, if I'm being 100% honest. So in this channel we hold the vowels. That means we're getting straight into it. And I like this one. It really was a back-to-back. Now that I think about it, if there was one thing I could say could have been left to be desired with this one, would have been more like back-to-back bars in the sense of like, you give me 2 lines, you give me 2 lines, you give me 2 lines. Kind of like what they did with Avengers, for example, with Unknown T. That would have been a good way to kind of seal the whole concept together and to kind of show just how much synergy all 3 of their styles have together. When they're able to flow in and out of each other's bars, that's where you can really test how strong you work together. From the top, I like how they already stuck to their individual and unique flows, and despite them being pretty much a completely different planets with their flows, the beat kind of wrapped it all together in a way that made sense. This was something I really could have heard each of them on without the other 2. And it would have a completely different feeling, but it would still feel like that artist and it would still make sense. It almost kind of felt like I was listening to a different song each time they all started spitting. Now that I'm thinking about it, right? So you have what kind of feels the most like a V9 type beat, in my opinion. If only because it's reminding me so much of Do It, but I think that it's kind of inching back and forth between being a V9 type beat and a KO type beat. However, again, I could also hear this being a Skilly song on his own too. The subtleties in the beat kind of match how subtle 2 out of their 3 flows are. Actually, they all kind of have their own subtleties in their own way, right? V9 isn't the craziest when it comes to his flow, but it's the simplicity and in the way that he creates those gaps in the bars that has it giving you a much more like dramatic effect when they do finally land. So it's like, while he may not be saying too much, the way that he's saying it just kind of makes it hit a little bit differently. Kind of makes it feel a little more comical, a little bit more fun. So he's giving you that aggression while KO's just being calm. But at the same time, you kind of need that calmness, because KO you have to listen to, then you gotta listen to. Then you have Skillibeng, right, who almost feels like he's whispering on the beat, but then you have such a soft and subtle beat as well that makes that all kind of come together. As I already said, the thing with KO is you have to listen to what he's saying, then listen to what he's saying. So if he did the same thing that Skillibeng was doing with his flows, I would have had an even harder time trying to process everything that he was saying. So I appreciate the fact that he took that much more subtle, kind of calm approach that he usually has, because it helped me process a little bit more than I would have otherwise. However, I do know he probably had some other things kind of hidden in there that I didn't catch. And obviously with Skillibeng and his heavy patois, I'm not going to catch everything the first time around too. But I do have to give credit, because with Wallon, I didn't get everything at first, but once I finally started catching some things, I appreciated that track so much more. But anyway, let me know what y'all think about this one in the comment section down below. The beat is my favorite part. Let me know what's your favorite part, what's your favorite line. Are you looking forward to more collaborations between these 3? Maybe even more collaborations with different combinations of them and Unknown T and all of that. But anyway, as always, hang tight for some more reactions. I do got more of those coming for y'all, but until next time, peace.